Okay, I've never played Draugen before. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know what genre it is. I did boot it up for about a minute to make sure that it worked with my controller, but I also don't know if the audio balance is right. So let me know if it's too loud or too quiet, but let's get started here. Do I know Red Thread? Sounds like a familiar dev. Game seems a bit quiet. I'm going to turn it up here. Oh, really? It's the same devs as Dreamfall Chapters. Oh, cool. So that seems fine. New game. Day one.
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo.
Game still seems a little quiet. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more.
I don't like it when you call me...
Edward Charles Hardin, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
Oh, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask. Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old bean. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick? Gravewick?
Oh, they're doing the same thing.
It's an odd language. I don't much care for
I really like this in Dreamfall Chapters, that it kind of gives you an insight into what you're about to say.
Perhaps Betty found herself a burly Viking warrior and went native. Put horns on her hat.
She's there.
How can you know for sure?
She's my sister.
But how can you know?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing, or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
This game is basically Bug Snacks.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear. Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of absolutely nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase her down. Everything will be Jake, old fruit. Is that it?
Everything will be
Is that
Jake.
Groovebook? It looks so peaceful and beautiful and so desolate, like a place built for ghosts.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
I haven't played Firewatch. I've heard good things about it, though.
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where?
The hill?
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog! Let's ankle!
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
Be careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
See you in 2 shakes.
With all her slang.
Dear Mr. Harden, we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Troubled to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. I hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland. Well,
Thanks for the
I'm
summary.
here. Where are you? Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains?
What makes this a hole? Place seems fine.
Also sprach Zarathustra.
Teddy, are you coming? I'm almost there.
On my way. Righto. Step to it, teddy bear. Where are you?
I'm up at the farm.
Got it. Okay. Wondering what the other buttons are here.
Alice!
I'm by the farmhouse.
Okay. Helpful. Thus spake Zarathustra. Nicholas Bolton is Edward. Oh, there's more interactables on the way. Cool. Let's immediately rest on the rock. He's tired from all that rowing.
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
I thought he sounded familiar.
Storm's getting closer.
It's a cool opening. You're telling me a lot about this character by having these rest prompts and having my base move speed be so slow. This came out in 2019. Is this the... Are there any other projects that the Dreamfall Chapters team has worked on since then? Or between these two games?
Edward Charles Hard. I'm waiting for you.
Give me a second.
Lissy?
I'm waiting for you at the farm.
No relation on the lead programmer, I assume, right? I like how he starts to pant if you go too long without pausing. Almost got it.
Seriously?
You're not the one carrying a suitcase.
What's in that suitcase? It's just full of rocks. Oh, hey. There's Ragnar Tornquist. Nice.
What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 70. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone? This is starting to creep me out.
Maybe they're fishing.
They must be.
They might be out fishing.
Well, we didn't see any boats, did we?
If they are out in the fjord, they'll have to come in soon. The rain's picking up.
You first, old bean.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
Fair.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden. Hello? Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December.
This is the kitchen. Hello? Anyone there?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December. Hey, you want to Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup. I thought foreigners lived differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
Dear Mrs. Fretland, I trust this letter finds you and your husband in good health. I wrote to inform them about when I'd be arriving. So where are they?
Do they even have calendars? Maybe they don't know what day it is.
Despite appearances, we haven't gone back in time. They have calendars. I asked about Elizabeth.
And they hadn't seen her?
Anna... Mrs. Fretland promised she'd write if she heard anything. There wouldn't be many female reporters from New York and Western Norway.
Why would she come here in the first place?
Betty always has her reasons.
Look! Family pictures. They must be the, what did you call them?
Our hosts.
No, silly, they're names.
Johann and Anna Fretland.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip
I
farmers.
do really like the art
That
assets
must
in
be
these
Johann
games.
Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy old boy. Women can vote. I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you. Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a stick up
posing for a
up his
photograph.
rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously. Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? It must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you.
Interesting.
Betty might be with the Fretlands, wherever they are.
Wouldn't Anna Fretland have written you?
The bottom
She
of the
might have.
fjord.
We left Hanover a month ago.
Wait. Is that... Are they... Who's... They're all twins. All of them.
Oh, weird.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret.
It means their
Twins marrying twins.
children are genetically brothers, even
My
though
mind's
technically
reeling.
cousins.
This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899. We'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
the thing that jokes that like game design in the 2010s was all about mashing QTE prompts, and game design in 2017 and beyond is all about pressing and holding.
Well, those boys look proud as peacocks. What does it say there? Groovy?
Gruben, the mine.
Ruby.
Maybe that's where everyone is. Digging for precious jewels in the Stygian abyss.
Virtual mission.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Olesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. The mine was only in operation until 1902. They must have lost a fortune. An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
I like that the art assets look like real photos, but they're also still in like the style of the characters in the game. That's kind of cool. They did the same thing with Dreamfall Chapters. I found it pretty impressive.
Frederick and Johann Fretland, founders of the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
They're the spitting image of each other.
Twin brothers and business partners.
And they married twin sisters. Adorable. Who's the...
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
Well, that must have put a damper on their relationship.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
The mine collapsed,
They're a Yeti.
killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful. How old was he?
19.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Operations were suspended after the accident. Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
Interesting. Snooping around the house, it's fine. It almost spooked me.
Betty,
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty.
her
That's...
scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it in
looks like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off.
They turned her
dancing
into a
around the sitting
mannequin.
room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever. It's not like you pay any attention to me when Betty's around. I might just as well be a ghost.
Look, it is her scarf.
Evidence.
It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not...
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself.
Hallucination time.
Sit down. That's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine. I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
I want you to lie down. Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the Fretland...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
Fair.
I'm just going to...
So really interested to see, like, I haven't gotten the usual indicators of what genre this will eventually be in the beginning.
Elizabeth? Is that you?
It could be like horror. We're in a spooky empty house.
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here?
Jason!
Lissy! Where are you, Lissy? Where are you? Lissy! Where are you? Hello? Hey, who's there?
That was pretty spooky.
Betty? Elizabeth?
Like an angel
Wait.
statue.
Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissy? Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy?
It is a Yeti.
Alone.
It's not Bug Snacks, it's Until Dawn. Locked now. Of course it is.
Betty? Alice! Alice, where are you? Are you out there, Betty?
Jason!
Can you hear me? Where are you? Elizabeth! I can hear you! Lissy?
You can hear a bird. That is a different thing.
Betty?
Oh, I can move faster now. I guess I'm not encumbered by a suitcase full of rocks.
Who goes there? Wait! Alice! Alice, where are you?
End up in the spooky mine.
Someone there?
Loading log, probably.
Are you out there, Betty? Hello? Are you there, Betty? Betty, is that you?
I think that's rocks. Oh shit. Oh no. It's Tomb Raider. I like the effect when its glasses fall off. It's cool.
Elizabeth, are you there?
Lobster cage?
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lissy,
Shit.
did you see her? Did you see Betty?
What? Betty? No. No, Our boat, it's gone.
Well, that sucks.
The boat? What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Where did you go?
Out? For a walk. It stopped raining and...
I think... Betty... It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her.
It'd be like,
I saw her
you're
face in
losing
the
your
window
mind.
and she vanished into the dark towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone.
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not...
I mean, I saw her face and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't know. It's getting dark. Back to the house. Then tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself.
yeah.
And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted. Come on.
Alice, you're way too chill for me. This character is pretty high strung. Guess it's a good foil. main character needs to hang out with someone who's just like constantly screaming. Yeah. Works well.
I will find you again.
It's neat.
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Can do.
I just about given up on you
Oh,
ever
wow, that is
waking
really
up.
pretty.
Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
The snow falling down there, that's cool.
What?
It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Chasing a shadow. That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry off in the opposite direction.
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Well, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're keeping an eye on us from out in the fjord.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon.
Maybe.
And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, Teddy Bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean.
Oh, noodle
We need
juice.
to get you
Okay.
sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
Right, we got a notebook. Got our letter from earlier. Already read that. Very good. Good. Up on the D-pad for the journal. Got it. This place is really pretty. Hey, hold right trigger to jog.
Up here, Teddy. It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
Winter approaches.
It's chilly.
That's all you have to say? It's chilly.
You're not cold.
Why would I be?
I thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Doubt that.
Check those buildings.
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
Knock on doors.
Listen.
Hello.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
House checking time. Let's go. My favorite thing when I've played a game where there's no jump button is when you play Stanley Parable, and after you like press the space bar a certain number of times, you just get an achievement. There is no jump button. Seriously, we disabled it.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in. No one home?
Doesn't look like it. Oh,
Hello?
that doesn't seem good.
Who's there? Hello? Anyone home?
What we got here?
September 21st, 1923. Vi desperate. Lissy, found something here.
Desperate.
Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all.
That's fine.
There is no hope left in... Good Sforlata. Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the... Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik.
Oh, damn.
Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy. The letter just trails off. Was never sent.
Great beast of Og.
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, Teddy Bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no. Three strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the
Oh,
doors.
it's traitor. Okay.
And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Still think everyone's out fishing?
Yeah, remembered that I said that.
I still don't understand what happened to the boat.
Why don't we investigate? Maybe it's even
Creepy
drifted
window
back to
angel
shore
took
by
it.
now.
Unlikely. But I would like to know how it got unmoored.
Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3.
Looks like you're working
Just
on
go on ahead.
5
I'll catch up.
seconds. I didn't check if I was able to actually open this door after knocking. Okay.
Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors. Huh.
Goats. Sounded like they were directing me to check out the dock again, but check this way until it yells at me. Goats. Notice.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
Hmm.
These graves.
I feel like I've played like
Happened.
at least
It's a
4 video
cemetery.
games that involve
look
a
at the
spooky
soil.
mine accident.
These are recent burials.
You're right.
Do you think this is where everyone's gone? Are they all dead?
How many graves are there?
Not enough, I guess. How many people lived here?
I'm not sure. Also, someone must have buried them.
There's that.
Something did happen. Several people died in a short period of time.
How? An accident? A mass murder? Spanish flu?
I wouldn't want to speculate until I've learned more.
I can speculate for the both of us.
Well, Betty's not here. I'm gonna keep looking.
What about the
Standing
church?
on the grave. That's why I'm so much taller. Check the church. That seems reasonable.
would they board up a church?
To keep the ghosts from escaping?
God is not here.
Lissy,
Or the goats from getting in? What does that say?
God is not here.
That's spooky.
Well, so much for that. No wedding, no baptism, no funeral.
There must be people somewhere. Where are you going?
For constitutional. To breathe some of this salty sea air. You go on ahead. I'll find you.
All right. I don't know, man. Everybody's missing. There's a ton of new dead bodies in the cemetery. The church is a sign that says God is not here. It's a little spooky. Just a hair.
Lissy?
What is it?
Lissy? Are you here?
Yeah?
You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even from out at sea. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones.
Oh, we're dead.
But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
Do try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling.
Sure.
The weather is favorable today.
Yeah, do you like
I did a
beautiful
little
vistas in
dance
this game?
last night. Appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
Promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me.
Of course.
But I told him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
Also fair. You get anything new in the journal there? Oh, okay. I guess it populated that I had visited the church. I see. There's another path I haven't taken down this way. Gotcha. This game's cool so far. It's very pretty too. It's left I haven't gone yet. Yeah.
Where are you, Lissy?
Draw.
Up at the church.
Oh, that's nice. Looks like an 80s dad. Looks like Ben Horn from Twin Peaks. He holds his pencil really weird. Maybe that's the pro way to hold it so you don't get graphite on your side of your hand or whatever. Oh, that's nice. Back up here. Two roads that go to the same destination. Okay, gotcha. Nothing up there. So we can go back down to where the dock was. There's still a couple other paths I haven't checked out.
How
Didn't notice
about
this
we
before.
don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
Agreed.
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors?
Jiminy
I
applesauce.
can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... Hello? Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned.
Breaking and entering, I will not. I'll just dislocate my shoulder.
That's because he won't succeed.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland.
Frederick Fretland and Son.
Johann's brother and nephew.
The Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. There may be something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Open window we can climb through. Oh. We can't interact with it yet. Maybe later, though. Don't do breaking and entering, Will. He's fine with just, like, entering.
The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
Oh, she said the thing!
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine. On July 24th, in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives.
Interesting. Is that your breadcrumb to the church and you didn't go there immediately? Outhouse. What else we got over here? Just an empty shed, I think. More over there after I check this out. They've been cut.
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So who took our boat? A ghost?
Knowledge of the tide is academic, not
Not a
practical.
ghost. Then a goat? The goats row?
There must be a logical explanation.
Goats do row.
It's safe to say no ghost in the night stole our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A shadow?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head.
Very spooky. Mining company. You go in there. I keep wanting to have a flashlight. Go that way. Is it Dragon? No, I don't.
A boat! Teddy! A hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. Besides, the woods rotted through. This boat isn't seaworthy. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
Specifically a creature from Norse folklore? Okay. Oh, like Drauger? Same root.
What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know.
Yeah, I do know about that.
I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
It's me.
Til minne om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Frambu, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article.
Interesting.
He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe.
I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it.
What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains iron
I know.
deposits that...
Okay, Edward.
Edward does not get it.
Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains? Where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
Follow the tracks.
No trespassing for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side? What do you
Edward
think?
isn't particularly
Sport?
enthused by the idea of climbing the fence.
The sign says no trespassing for a reason.
Yeah, we're not traitors.
Come on! There may be trolls, or at least more houses. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine. And
I haven't
no,
played before, so I'm not sure.
I've had enough adventure.
How many times have you
outside
played
the
it?
fence.
Penatukas?
Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear.
Sorry, my mouse is stuck in the
I'll
game.
wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
There's that window. All right.
What if everyone turned into a pebble? And they can't speak, but they see and feel everything that happens to them.
There's
reasonable.
something very wrong with your head.
Wouldn't that just be awful? Why, I'd be a murderer.
General store. Maybe has changed. Hey, thanks, bird. It's Crow.
Is that? Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat?
I know
The
my
hat.
sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it. Here's an open window.
You
Hey.
seem eager to break the law. I approve.
It won't budge.
Ah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
A little harder. Damn it. Pulling as hard as I can.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
Shh.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Gives her a chance to get in first, I suppose.
Edward Charles Hyde. Dilettante. World traveler. Cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty,
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when.
is this blood?
Not
Yikes.
necessarily human blood.
Well, that's all right then. What
True.
does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Barn means child,
Ooh.
and mortar, that's.
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
I like how you couldn't make that out from the outside.
Why would Frederick keep a list of
Traitors.
what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way. Why else keep a list of undesirables?
He cut himself off after already saying shit. Okay, I see who's listed first. Johann.
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
Everything's Jake.
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon. Yai put it means I put. Knuckle is key. Casa. I don't know what that word means.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
Cash
so
register?
the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Hey,
Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash register.
I would jump in affirmation, but
You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
what else we got in here? Simon from Ruth. The money box, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna get trapped by a lot of false cognates here. I like that she hung a lampshade on one because I also thought that said barn murder.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
There's code.
S-O-S.
Dut, 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 I think.
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some hot grub.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June, and they received my letter from July.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Interesting. There's the hat.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here, and not long ago.
Okay.
Under
But
the
If
hat.
that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
Oh shit, there's a letter.
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth.
You know, Ruth was a little kid.
He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh,
The
Edward.
heiress
The
bow.
Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rock's below the church. Isn't the church right above us?
Pretty much.
Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
Million clems.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
It's already en route. Shortcut.
This way. I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
We're gonna slip and
Fine.
die.
It's an easy flight.
That's how the
This
game
looks
will
very
end.
dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about this. Whoops-a-daisy.
Jiminy, whoops-a-daisy. Criminy.
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl
Edward.
got herself...
Consider that they're
You're
related.
a sensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours, with only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
It's weird. The river seems to be immune to like the depth of field blurring effect. It's most noticeable when you zoom in from here. Ah. Alright. Flowers.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers. It's a long fall. Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden!
What?
Oh, you're hopeless.
I have zero intuition for distance. Like, 30 feet means nothing to me. That's 3d10 damage, right? I guess a child probably has fewer than 30 hit points.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
It's dark.
It must be Ruth's.
Hey, it's a
Where's
symbol.
the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath?
And she's gone.
Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
He's getting tired.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world. You're right. It is awfully chilly.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell?
Feels dizzy looking down. His heart does not favor heights.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not.
And she's gone.
I don't have time for this nonsense. Running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Edward, buddy, what makes you think they're not connected?
Lissy, slow
I mean, he doesn't
down.
know he's a video game
I can't
protagonist.
keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Uh-oh.
Teddy,
My word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Say
What
traitor?
about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of
God.
them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. This is just gas. What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself? Sorry.
That's dark.
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick.
He hasn't been there that
And he's too
long.
old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Maybe we should
Does
get
it
him
look
down?
like he's resting in peace?
Yeah.
You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Betty,
Playing Disco
Betty,
Elysium
Betty,
now.
always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me? Look at me when I'm talking to you. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
All right.
What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
And if I use the chair,
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
okay. Bunk. We're actually gonna like bury him too.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're
Where's
not
the money,
back tonight,
Lebowski?
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
I guess it's an accident.
Perhaps she fell by accident.
So you don't think it was murder?
It's difficult to say with any certainty. The boy could have pushed her.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck.
I slept on a couch
I'll
for
be up for a while.
20 years.
Feel like talking.
Have a permanent crick in my neck, so.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this. It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before...
Right.
It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
Interesting. Really explore the rest of the house. Pretty pattern. Nothing in here, it looks like. Appreciate that Edward's voice actor is doing such a different voice from its Keon voice. I don't think I would have noticed if you hadn't mentioned it. Sounded vaguely familiar. What we got here? Juice and hot water, no sugar, set of tea. Fried eggs and sausages. Letter addressed to Johann. Oh yeah, for me. And Johann's name and not Frederick's. He's a journalist. Imagine that, crossing the Atlantic to write about Norway. It sounds wonderful. Still hasn't arrived. That seems pretty important. Visitor from America sounds exciting. Mr. Hardin to invite him. Excited, worry for his sister. Frederick was yelling at Astrid. Johan went across the fjord. No customers anymore. Ruth goes off on her own all the time, looking for flowers and pretty rocks. Simon stopped by today with a gift for Ruth, a bar of chocolate. Frederick would be furious if he knew. This is where Ruth dies. Received another letter from Mr. Hardin. He'll be here in October. No sign of Mr. Hardin's sister yet. Okay, so she got here after all of this happened, I think. Vicar's been missing, or he hasn't been coming down to town, I guess. Someone damaged our boat during the night. The third one in the month. Okay. Someone's fucking with the boats. Ruth is gone. I can't believe it was Simon's doing. He too is now gone. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty important. Particularly to Edward's search here. Draugen Waltz. That's nice. Piano Man, achievement unlocked. I was already in here, right? Didn't find anything. Oh, no, this was Ruth's room. Pretty. Read all this stuff already. Looked at all these things. So I didn't check this.
I almost forgot putting this aside when I lit the fire. A
Ruth from
Christmas present
Simon.
to Ruth. From Simon.
Simon. Simon gave that book to Ruth. But who burned it?
Johan.
Johan. Or Anna. If they believed Simon killed her.
But they were friendly, right? Simon and Ruth. Before...
I imagine so. And we know the sisters were close.
I still don't understand why the brothers had a falling out.
Whatever drove a wedge between
With the
them,
mine.
it was big.
See, a traitor. Oh, come on, man. Your suitcase, I really thought it was like full of rocks or something. Not allowed to go to sleep yet.
Where are you?
This way!
Where are you, Lissy?
Edward!
really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
Anywhere in
It's just
Norway.
the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. Your Betty. Tougher than you, Teddy Bear.
That she is.
Still can't go to sleep. I'm just wondering if there's anything else I have to find here. I might have to talk to Lizzie more.
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
I think they want me to find something else here before it's gonna let me sleep.
You do look exhausted. Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in.
Leave me, I'm trying. Oh, the hat. Okay. It's kind of a fun
What are
little...
you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy
Not now,
to...
please. I'm exhausted.
Progress tracking mannequin.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
E3. Since we won't finish this today, we'll probably finish it next episode. How often is this game saving? Can I just like quit out at any time and it'll remember my progress? I think I've seen the little saving icon in the corner before, but...
Where are you?
Upstairs! Teddy? Is that you?
Bruce room.
This is her room.
Okay, cool.
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing.
Church?
Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what
Secret
happened
treasure
to her.
chest.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just
Maybe
being
about the Draugen.
melodramatic. I'll help you look.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child?
Shut up, Edward.
She wasn't Monet. She was 8. This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw.
Treasure chest.
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Definitely literally happened. Okay.
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting.
I thought they were just
Read some
generally
of it to
undead,
me.
like skeleton creatures. Are they supposed to be associated with the ocean? Or water in general?
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson. The curse.
Who's that figure supposed to be? It's creepy.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew.
That's the Draugen.
It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
You take cursed treasure from the mine. Oh, that's
What is
fine.
this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Hence the
Is that
pin on the
Norwegian
doll.
money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She
Edward's
was
funny.
a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she
Miners
found,
disturbed an ancient
she wanted to keep them hidden.
Viking
Think
grave.
someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
So interesting to me that, like, supernatural stuff like ghosts and monsters, like, you could generate any reason for them to appear, but we rely on the same kind of tropes across societies. Disturbing places of the dead, right?
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
Well, she didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This is
events.
what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
Shit.
Church bell. Someone's here.
The
Maybe
bear holding a pig.
Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We
I
should be
told
careful.
you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead.
go.
I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about.
Smart zombies, okay. I guess zombie was kind of more on my mind than skeleton, but definitely like undead is the first thing that comes to mind. Not ocean or ship. I've probably just seen them adapted into other fantasy works more generally. Old Craig, but less British. Got it. That perfectly encapsulates.
All these fresh graves.
No one's touched these since yesterday. Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards? See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Hmm. Spooky.
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Try kicking them.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that. What's this rope for?
The bell.
Definitely heard it ringing before.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you. It's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's... Lissy. Look.
It's her gloves. We'll add it to the
Betty's gloves.
mannequin. Got it.
They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she... She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves. Her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill. What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive. That bell still bothers me.
It's like, me too.
The church book, a record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Vandals. Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look. How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here.
Hey.
I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
One right there.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are. Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't-
What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the
Vanderland.
Bible many times. It's an important historical document. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Yeah.
Did you just translate that into Old English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still managed to surprise me.
It's a weird one to know by heart. It's tearing the curtain at the temple.
I considered this a sacred place. for them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
It's just the origin of black metal. Before they got around to actually burning the church down.
Found another one. You get it. It's right here. What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Tilly Verandre.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us. It sounds like Grovik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
Interesting.
Found another one? Don't forget about this page.
I think that's
Two
all.
for two. A tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Betty, Betty, Betty.
He is
Will
being
you
a
ever
little tedious.
Shut up about your precious Betty. Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
Rearrange.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths.
Cursed.
Here's the third Fretland brother. The one who died in the cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Look here.
Horse feathers.
Ruth Elsa.
It's a lot of curses.
She was buried in the cemetery.
Mord.
And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh,
That sucks.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Except for
Maybe
two.
there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a
Traitor.
2 traitors. Everyone else's curse.
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy?
Run.
Where are you going? Don't leave me! Edward!
You better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you. Where is it? I don't see it.
Unknown. Okay. Or maybe it would be like a Jane Doe or equivalent.
They all look the same. This one. It's unmarked.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad?
Yes. Yes.
Edward, stop it!
Thank God.
It's a rando.
It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
Disturbing graves. That is
Not
fine
Elizabeth.
in this universe.
I was so afraid,
You're a monster.
but I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister
Or
like
what?
that.
Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire
right.
life chasing. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just
I wonder if she's
Leave me
real.
be.
Alice.
Fine.
Nice. I was thinking that before.
Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please,
That's a cool
come
twist.
back.
I was thinking that a little bit earlier, actually. She was too much of like a Navi character. Spooky.
Lissy? Where are you? Lissy? Alice?
Jason.
Alice? Please. Come back to me.
I do like stories that have twists like that you start to suspect right before the reveal.
Where are you? I was afraid you left me. Now listen to me. No! Lissy? Where are you? Lissy? Alice? Alice? Please! Lissy.
It's nice.
Hey,
Yeah, she always required me to open doors and pick stuff up, and
Lissy, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
really glad we got to this sequence in the first episode. This is cool. It was well foreshadowed as well.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything? Well, fuck you, Edward Charles Harden! I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase!
Now, be reasonable.
I actually was kind of suspecting it when there was a dedicated look for Lissy button at the beginning of the game. It's like, it's odd.
Oh, no, no! Oh, no. What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me.
What is she doing? What is she doing? I love that text below.
I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no, 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 no! What? No!
Well, question mark.
No, no!
This is such a cool change. I like that they're like messing around with the UI for it too.
Please, be alright. Please, don't.
You make me sick.
It was an angel statue.
Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
It's how she knew that specific thing about
We are all that you have.
his mom drowning. I was like, really, like, why would Alice know that?
We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, Never. Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
That's fine.
Wake up, Edward. Stop hiding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seemed like a really good stopping point. All right, future Marstead, you're looking for your younger sister Betty. You can press up on the D-pad to access your journal. It just turned out that your companion was part of your imagination all along. You're in like a fjord village where everybody's missing. There was a feud between these two twin brothers, some kind of accident involving a mine 20 years ago. There's a dead little girl named Ruth who fell from a high height, and they accused this little boy that she liked named Simon of doing it, and he drowned the next day. So something fucky's going on. Good luck. And I'll credit you the 12 minutes for next time. This game's really good. I'm excited to finish it for next time.